Look around.
I hit my car.
Huh? Yeah, you'd like to see that.
I wouldn't like to see that at all. It needs a lot of paperwork for me.
Stay back. Stay back.
Seriously?
What are you doing?
Get off me. Hey, I can. Hey, this is assault.
Move.
I'm on a side. What is this? I'm on a sidewalk.
Okay, so forget the smears by that editor who, frankly, I've never heard of. Put aside the smears, she actually did say that it looked bloody awful. But not David Akin. He was trying to turn her around on this. He said, Google David Menzies and arrest. This is how he pays his bills. What? So David Akin is saying that David Menzies wanted this for profit? That this is what David Menzies does for money? That David Menzies expected this, wanted this, planned this, provoked this? And by the way, David Akin is still suggesting that David Menzies was arrested. Menzies was not arrested. He was mugged by the police, not arrested by them, not charged by them. I'll show you another tweet here. Another journalist, Alan Fryer, chimed in and said to David Akin, shouldn't matter, David. This should not happen in Canada. So Alan Fryer is saying this doesn't matter what David Menzies was going to ask. But Akin doubles down. He says, like I said, I'm curious. The only journalist, in scare quotes, I've seen treated this way in 20 years of covering political leaders as Menzies. It's his shtick. Fundraising theater. He gets arrested all the time. Well, I say again that he wasn't arrested last night, and a better journalist would have known that than David Akin. Because David Menzies was doing nothing wrong. He was standing on a sidewalk. But it's a lie. David Menzies is paid his salary. His salary is fixed. It doesn't depend on crowdfunding campaigns or how police treat him if he's arrested or not. David Menzies does not even know, none of our journalists know how our crowdfunding campaigns go financially, or if there's even enough money to come in to cover any legal fees. That's just not the province of our reporters. But look at David Akin's proof. He said, David is attacked again and again, so obviously that's proof that he's wrong. I mean, people wouldn't be attacking him if he wasn't wrong. Obviously, it's proof that David Menzies is wrong, not that the police are brutal or Trudeau is brutal. And again, he says, you think? And then there's a little smiley face. As I've been saying, Google David Menzies and arrest. This is his business model. You wicked defamer, David Akin. He's laughing, smiley face, at David Menzies for being beat up. That this is his business model, being beat up. How did David profit from this? As if he went there to be attacked, as if anyone would have or could have expected such violence. Look again. Look again. Why would David Akin say those things? Why is he looking at a clear video of a man being mugged, unprovoked? And why is he laughing at him and mocking him and claiming he's doing it for profit? I just don't even understand that profit part. Is David getting paid for having been beaten up? What on earth is it? What's going on? I think it's because David Akin's worldview is that the Trudeau Liberals are fine, everything is fine, the way the government treats the media is fine, and such a shocking, inconvenient fact as this mugging of David Menzies, if David Akin looks at it on its own terms and accepts that it's real, then David Akin's world comes tumbling down. And David Akin's belief system that Justin Trudeau is a gentle, noble, woke leader, these two things cannot be reconciled. So David Akin has chosen to throw out the inconvenient fact and to disbelieve his lying eyes about what happened, because The alternative is too terrifying to think that Justin Trudeau is in fact a bit of a thug, and his entourage of bodyguards actually did beat the living daylights out of a 59-year-old journalist with 2 artificial hips. It's just too much for David Akin to process, so he throws out the fact that would damage his theory. And his obsession with David making money off it. I signed David's paycheck. And I can assure you that David's paycheck is a salary that is consistent whether he's attacked or not. I should give him some sort of danger pay, I suppose. But what a wicked lie that David Menzies schemed this, scheme being attack on purpose. You know, David Akin's obsession with money, which is so strange, is, I think, a little bit Freudian. Because here at Rebel News, we don't take a dime from Justin Trudeau. You know that. We're one of the handful of companies in Canada that runs a news organization without taking money from Trudeau. David Akin was a journalist. It goes from news outlet to news outlet. All of them are on the take in one way or the other from Trudeau's media bailouts, media funds of this sort and that sort. It's obviously subconscious in David Akin's own mind that he can never be a true journalist if he's taking money from Trudeau. That's got to weigh on his mind. The fact that he is paid by Trudeau and he covers Trudeau and he doesn't disclose that essential conflict of interest. So he projects his own subconscious conflict onto David Menzies as if David Menzies is out there trying to please or appease some master. That's an excerpt from my daily show, the Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.